kindergarten. I'm Mrs. Bartz, your art teacher. I sent home a little packet that has lots of lines on it that I want you to get out, and we're going to do a little line art lesson together. So you need your packet and you need something to draw with. You could do crayons or markers or a pencil or whatever that you have that you can write with. All right, at the top, there's a spot for your name. So I want you to do your best handwriting and write your name. So I'm writing Mrs. Bartz. Underneath that, it says practice tracing lines. So I'm going to use my markers and I'm going to trace the lines. So the first line that I'm going to trace today is a straight line. So I'm going to connect the dots there and do a straight line. And I'm going to keep tracing the lines. The second one is a zigzag line. Up, down, up, down, up, down. The next line is a curvy line. Up and down, but it doesn't have angles. It's smooth and curvy. Tracing helps us get the hang of it. The next one is a scalloped line. So it's curved on the bottom and then goes up to a point. Curve, point, curve, point. We're just gonna keep tracing until we have all of those lines traced. So I'm gonna fast forward while I trace, and then when the video's over, you can trace yours. All right, when the first page is done and you've traced all of the lines, we're gonna open the packet and look at the second page. And guess what? At the top is another spot for us to write our name. So we're gonna do it again. And it's good for you to practice writing your name because you do a lot of writing your name in school. Okay, there are two boxes on this paper. The first one says, draw as many different types of lines that you can think of in the top box. So I could draw some of the lines that I learned from the other side. I could make a line that is straight. I could make a line that is curvy. I can make a line that is zigzag. And if you can't think of a type of line, you could flip your paper back to the front and say, oh yeah, I didn't do a loopy line yet. Or, oh yeah, I didn't do a bumpy line yet. Or maybe there's a line that's not on the front page, but you know, like I could do a dashed line. We didn't see that one on the front page, did we? And you are just gonna draw as many lines as you can think of, or until you run out of space in that top box. Okay, so when that's finished, the bottom box says draw a picture using different types of lines in the box below. So every time we draw, we use lines. So if I wanted to draw some grass, I might get a green marker out and maybe I'll choose a zigzag line, because that sort of reminds me of grass. Maybe I want to draw a castle, so I could do a straight line, another straight line, and then I could connect the top with like a block line like this. That reminds me of a castle. Can add some windows with lines that crisscross. I could add a cloud in the sky with a bumpy line. I could draw a fire with some zigzag lines and some smoke with a loopy line. So there's lots of things that I could add to my picture out of just types of lines. So the more creative you are, the more interesting your picture is. Okay, so when you're finished and you've traced all the lines on the front, you've put lots of types of lines in the top box, and you drew a picture in the bottom box, and your name is on your papers, then you're finished with your packet, and I'm gonna have you put this in your book bag. And then the next time that I see you in art class, you can turn this in and so I can see what you've done. Thank you guys, have a great day.